Hey everyone, this is Corine Lafont, your favorite radio host, your only radio host, and favorite girl, of course, broadcasting to you from the lovely island of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean on Between the Lines. And you know, I start my show off the same way with gratitude or thankfulness. And I am so grateful to be here. The sun is actually going down right now and it's shining directly on me. You can't see it, but I am experiencing the lovely going down of the sun in the day. It's now what? To 5, I think, almost 5 p.m. my time. And it is absolutely gorgeous out there. So I am thankful to be able to experience that and see that. Not many people are able to do so. And I have with me Karen Cordaway. She's also beautiful with a beautiful plant behind her. Yeah, she seems to be into plants, clearly. And we're talking about 10 steps. We mightn't do the 10 steps today. We're just going to give you a bit because I think this is a title of her book. So we don't want to give away everything. So we're just going to do a few just to give you a taste of what's in her book. 10 steps to bring more exciting experiences to everyday life. Everyday life. Yes?
Correct.
That's right. And let me tell you a bit about Karen. She's a busy working parent. She doesn't look it. She looks very calm, by the way. Karen Cordaway struggled to find free time and money for herself, as all of us. Once she discovered how to reclaim both, she infused more fun into everyday life. She has written for US News Money, Huffington Post, and Clark Howard, and now combines her money know-how with bucket list topics. As the author of the Everyday Bucket List book, she knows her step-by-step. She shows her step-by-step process to turn dreams into reality. Yay! So welcome, Karen, to Between the Lines.
Welcome. I'm happy to be here, and you're my favorite host now, too.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you. So listen, the bucket list, the having fun in everyday life, trying to find more time and money. You're talking about things that everybody's quarreling about. Like I said to my previous guest a while ago, we're coming on to the end of the year and people are scrambling, Karen, you know it, people are scrambling. They cannot believe that we're almost at the end of the year and they're like, where has the time gone? Where is the money that I was supposed to make? I haven't hit the goal yet. I'm beginning to get anxiety attacks, panic attacks, and 2020 is upon me, another year, and it's the same thing. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And you are talking about, Karen, bringing fun into that. People are going to be saying, what fun? I don't have time for fun. I need to make the money. I need to work. Help, Karen.
Well, it is hard to have balance. You really do have to fight for your time. And we do struggle with that. We feel like we always have to be working and making more money. But once you put yourself first and you make yourself a priority, you learn how to infuse fun into your life. And that really rejuvenates you to keep you working.
That's right. Tell us a bit, go back into your story, where you were the Karen before the fun came in. Tell us about that.
The beat up Karen. Yeah, when you're a working parent, like you said, and you're always trying to get ahead, you do take yourself for granted. And when you have children, you tend to put what they like and want first. And they can really take all of your time and money if you let them.
Yes.
And, you have to rein that back in.
Yeah. How old are your kids? What are their ages?
They're teenagers now. I have a 15-year-old daughter and an almost 18-year-old daughter.
Okay. So the Karen back then, how old were they then?
Oh boy, they were very little. Little kids, you bring them to the zoo or you put them in classes.
Yeah.
There's always a field trip. You don't really understand in the beginning, when they're in diapers and clothes and they're always growing. I'm like, you're not supposed to grow. What are you doing? And if they grow fast, that's just more money you have to spend.
Right. And then when you go, I know the mother thing, because I'm a mother of two boys, 24 and 16. And I went through that. You go shopping and you're like, today is for me. I am going out and I'm going to shop. You go into the store, Karen, and you see all the things for the kids, and you come back with bags of things and nothing for you. What the hell? That is not right.
It's not right. You broke the rule.
Yeah, that's right. You broke the rule. What we should do is turn right back around, deliver all the stuff, and say, listen, I made an error. Could you give me back my money? I'm here to buy things for me.
Exactly. Exactly. You get that mommy guilt. You see
Mm,
something that they might want, so you tend to like put them first.
mm,
And you really, it's like that if somebody's drowning, or when you're in the airplane and they say to put the face mask on, like you
yes.
have to help yourself
The
first.
first, yes.
'Cause
Always
then
remember that.
yes,
Yes,
because you can't be there for people if you're so beat up and tired
that's
and
right. That's right.
resentful, right? Because if
Yeah,
you never feel like you get a break and you're always waiting on people, you're not rejuvenating yourself, and you can't take care of your family as well if
that's
you're
right.
that person.
Yeah. You keep pouring, pouring, pouring out of your well till it's so depleted you have no more to give, and people are still taking. And you see, the thing about it, Karen, is that people know this, and you keep giving persons the permission, whether it's your children, spouse, family, work, it doesn't matter, your business. They realize, or it realizes, and it keeps taking from you. And eventually you have nothing for yourself. How can you really give if you don't pour back into you?
Correct. It's so
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. So 10 steps. We're not going to talk about those all 10 steps, obviously, because that will be giving away everything. So let's talk about three. I think within the time we can talk about 3 steps that can bring us a bit more excitement, yes, to our
Sound
everyday life. Let's talk about three. What are your top three that you want to share with the audience today?
okay. The first step is you want to broaden your idea of what a bucket list item is.
Mm,
So people always think you have to jump out of an airplane, bungee jumps, skydive, all that kind of daredevil type
yes,
activity.
extreme. Yes.
Exactly. Or even just like take a 10-day journey to Egypt or something very exotic and far away. And it doesn't have to be like that.
Hmm.
So you want to make a broader definition. I came up with a little acronym called BUCKET.
Hmm.
And B is for be on the lookout. So you
Hmm.
want to constantly look for unique experiences, and that could be close by, it could be where you live.
Hmm.
And U is for understand what you value, because it's very easy to just do whatever is trendy,
Hmm.
whether it's something we're genuinely interested in or not.
Hmm.
So when you know what you value and where you want to spend your time and money, that helps you select things to do.
Hmm.
And you want to customize it to your situation. So if you're a parent, you have certain parameters, you have people to take care of, so you just can't take off whenever you want. But you can also, choose things to do with your family or whatever it is to work around your situation. And
Hmm.
so that's C for customize. And then K is keep it simple, especially if you're a parent. Sometimes you have to just choose, okay, this is in my local area. I know I can go, it's affordable, and you just make it happen. Sometimes the simplest things are the most fun too. And E is forever evolving. It doesn't have to be this rigid thing where you write this list and then, set it and forget it. It can
Hmm.
it can be ever evolving. So if you do one thing and then it spurs other ideas and it's like a springboard, you can keep adding to your list. And then the T is for take time to store the information, because a lot of times we keep these ideas in our head, and that's why we never complete them, because we don't even write anything down. you know Especially as a parent, sometimes you get pockets of free time that you didn't know you were going to have, like maybe both of your kids are out, or they make a play date or whatever it is, they're both out with friends, and then you're like, ooh, I have free time.
Yes.
So if you already have information down of where you could go, what you could do, you could just go and do it, instead of like, oh, what was that thing? What should I do? That's why you end up just doing the same old things or staying home and watching Netflix or,
I
you
wonder
know.
where the term bucket list came up. But this is a new term in the last few years, and I'm like, who the hell came up with the word bucket list? Why a bucket?
It's from a term called kick the bucket.
Yeah.
And that means if somebody kicks the bucket, they die. And then there was a movie that Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman, they made the bucket list movie years back. And, they both had a terminal illness, and one of them was really wealthy. They were both in the hospital together. And so Morgan Freeman has his bucket list. He crumples it up and throws it in the garbage. He knows he can't do it. And then his roommate happens to be this super wealthy guy, and they both like escape the hospital. They go and do all these
Things.
yeah,
I
all
have to see that
at
movie.
once.
I have to watch that movie. Bucket list.
It's very cute.
Yeah.
So
Nothing is stupid. It's your damn bucket list.
that's right.
It's your bucket list. And that's the thing. You share your ideas thinking other people will be excited, to do the things that you want to do or be excited for you. And you're like, you want to do that? No. Listen to me. You do your own, you just watch them in the eye and say, listen, this is my damn bucket list. It's mine. I'm not asking your permission. I did not ask your opinion. So keep it to your damn self. I'm going to do it.
That's right. It's your ideas, and you could do what you like.
Yay. One of the things I want to do, just to be vulnerable here, that I keep saying that I have to do, and I mean, other people may have done it before and they may laugh at me, and that's okay. I have to take myself out on a date. Yes, a planned date. Just go to the movies, book, book a movie thing and go and pick up my ticket and walk in there with my popcorn and drink and hot dog or whatever and sit there with myself and take in the movie.
I like that. I like that one. I saw someone on Twitter say the same thing. It was a bucket list item. They said, I'm going to go to a movie alone. And that was something they never did before.
Yeah, and I'm going to book a reservation at a restaurant. I eat by myself many times, but just the idea of planning out a date with myself. Sit at a restaurant, a nice restaurant, call in a reservation, get dressed, and go and sit. Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah. And I told another friend who is into golfing, I say, you're into golfing, I need to golf. I've always wanted to swing that little thing and try it, and I want to go golfing. So he's supposed to take me out on the green one of these days. I have to call him up, as a matter of fact, and remind him that he needs to take me golfing. Yes. And ride in that little golf cart thing or walk the greens and just experience it. I just want to say, I did it. I did it. I did it.
No,
it might seem simple to some people. It's not bungee jumping. It's not jumping out of a plane. Although I would love to jump out of a plane. I'll be screaming. I need to check my heart first. But yeah, I think that's exhilarating. I've had friends who did it and they went back over and over jumping out of the plane. So if they survived it, I think just by deductive reasoning and seeing that they're alive, I think I would be alive too. So I could do the airplane jumping story, but not yet. Let me do the movie and the restaurant first, and then
you could start there.
Yeah.
Well, they have the indoor skydiving where it's like a simulation.
Serious? I didn't think of that, Karen. Oh my God! Now you're getting me excited. Are you serious?
Yes, the closest one to us, we live in Connecticut in the United States, and the closest one is in New York. So it's not as high, and you jump and
definitely. I'm adding it to my list. I am so adding it to my list, and it's going to be me and you. Have you tried it?
I haven't.
Put it on your list. Karen.
We'll set a date.
That's right. Yay. And then we could do that as a practice and then do the major one, jumping out of the plane. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't even know if I could do the jumping out of the plane.
No.
I'm not a daredevil, but
me either. But let's practice the one indoors first.
Right, right.
Yeah,
We can
yeah,
we
yeah.
can
Let's
do
see how
we
that.
can do it our way.
Yeah.
I went zip lining.
Oh, I did zip lining. Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
it was at a facility where there were children there, and
Oh.
they were fearless. And I'm up there like, "Oh, this is scary. I'm afraid of heights."
Yeah, yeah. No, I did that. I did the zip lining. That's really exhilarating.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I did that. But the bungee jumping story, I don't know about that one. Mm-mm, mm-mm. The
Mm-mm.
rubber band thing, I call it a rubber band thing. I'm
Yeah.
not into that. That kind of snap back kind of, no. Mm-mm.
No, that scares me too.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not my thing.
No, but the indoor jumping out of the plate, I could deal with that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm gonna
we have
check
to
in
be,
on you and make sure
yeah.
that you do
No,
it.
don't try me. No, don't try to come out now, Karen. It's us. It's us. It's not you.
Okay.
It's us.
You let me know.
Yeah. Okay, so we were going through the 3 tips for having more fun. So we mentioned one, using the bucket approach. Yes. Is there
Correct.
another two? Mm-hmm.
Right. So the next step is you want to identify what those things are, just like you were saying, the golfing and
Mm-hmm.
going out to dinner and
Mm-hmm.
the indoor skydiving. So
Yes.
you want to identify that and then you want to capture it. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever works for you. I tell people to start with paper. There's a section in my book where you can write that down. I have a bubble map and a list, because if someone can't readily generate ideas, I make them put interests. So if they like music or sports, they can have it inside of a bubble and then branch out and then start to brainstorm, because sometimes people don't readily have specific ideas. So I make them tap into their interests in a general way first, and then try to come up with things as they're focusing on
You
the
know, you mentioned
brainstorming.
bubble map. Just on Saturday, I'm doing a project management certification, and just Saturday, which was yesterday, yeah, I've heard of this bubble map approach. So it's amazing that you mention it today, as part of the strategy to really being clear on what you want to do. That's amazing. The bubble
Right.
map. Yeah.
And there's something about branching out when it physically looks like you're branching out on the paper. There's something about it that just works better than a list format in the beginning, unless you already have ideas like Corine, and you can and you can write, all these ideas all at once, which is more of like a brain dump. You're just getting it all down.
Mhm.
You've been storing it for a long time.
Yeah.
The bubble map I have people use to generate ideas if they feel overwhelmed or they just can't come up with one thing, because
Yeah.
they're so out of touch with even thinking like they could have me time, or
Yeah.
they put things off for so long.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that sounds cool. Bubble mapping. It sounds like fun. Bubbles.
It is
Yeah.
bubbles are always fun.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Blowing the bubbles. I haven't done that in a while. I think I'm gonna get one of those little bubble things and just sit down. I'll come out into the yard and blow bubbles.
Hey, put that there too. That's a good one.
Yeah. I think I
What
think
about
that is super cool.
whenever I see people who have those bubble makers and they have those big
Mm,
gigantic bubbles, I'm like, hey, why not? I've
yeah.
never done that. That looks like fun.
I'm gonna you're giving me ideas.
That's
When next
right.
I go out on the road, I'm gonna get one of those bubbles things.
There.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah. You
good
know what
one.
I was looking for? I've been asking around for the snow globe. You know the snow globe?
Yes.
I don't see that anymore. The snow
Oh.
globe.
Hmm. It's probably, maybe, I know in the US, maybe in a Hallmark store,
Yeah,
but maybe online. I don't know.
yeah, online for sure. But I'm looking for one here in Trinidad that I want to shake up and see the little snowy thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's foreign. That's foreign to you over there.
yeah, yeah. I want to see that, and I want to shake it up because it brings
Oh,
joy
wow.
to my heart.
Oh, yes. I wouldn't
Yeah, it
even
makes me
think.
feel nice. And
That that is
people are already preparing for Christmas. I end up walking into a Christmas store with decorations. Oh my God, Karen, my spirit told me go into the store. I'm like, okay, okay, I'm gonna go. And when I walked in, I felt like, woo, this is happiness. All the
Oh,
Christmas tree, yes, all the Christmas trees. They had it all, decorated, and there were lights and decorations. I was like in my glee. I was like, I could stay here all day.
Oh, that is fun. The holidays are always fun.
Yes. Yeah. I asked them for the snow globe. They didn't have any, but I'm going to check around. I am going to find a snow globe.
Oh,
I think I'm going to have a list. I'm going to have a Christmas list, gift list. I already started telling people. So I'm going to have that on my list. I want a snow globe for my Christmas gift. Whoever could give me a snow globe, I'm happy.
Well, that's good that you can put it out there to all of your listeners as a little hint.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm on my show. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I forgot about that. So yes, if you're listening, yes, I want a snow globe. Yes.
You're going to end up with like 25 now.
Yay, a collection. Yes. I can end up in the Guinness Book of Records for having the most snow globes.
There you go.
Yeah. In the Caribbean. Without snow. We don't have snow here. That's cool. So what's the third tip that we can share with persons?
Okay. So you want to prioritize because some people can get overwhelmed with, well, what do I do now? What do I do down the road? The affordability part comes in. So it's like if you spend some of your money now, obviously that isn't being saved for maybe like a trip that's very expensive.
Yeah.
So I have a section that helps you prioritize, and I ask specific questions to really help you decide what is best for you to do right now. So I have my now and later rule. It's similar to the now and later candies. So you're obviously going to do some things now, which I decided that now can be 0 to 6 months, and then later is 6 months or later. So you decide based on the questions that I make you ask, you organize your ideas, and I make you pick 3 off of your list. And then based on the questions, it pretty much tells you what works to your benefit, what you should do now, what you should do later, based on the questions. So it's a decision-making framework, and I named it after the now and later candy. It's the now and later rule.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. But you want to try to sort of have something to motivate you to make sure you do the now in the now and the later in the later, because the now can end up in the later and the later can end up in the never.
Well, that's the thing. You don't want everything to be later. So I really encourage people to try to choose things that they can do now. And it's kind of like a way to flex your muscle to make that plan, do that thing you've been wanting to do for so long. And then you can see yourself doing those more long-term goals. And it kind of builds a momentum.
So like for me, my reservation at the restaurant and the date at the movies is in the now. Within 0 to 6 months, I could do that. I could do that within 1 week if I feel.
Correct.
And the later is definitely that skydiving. Definitely that skydiving. Or if I find myself in Connecticut by Karen, within 0 to 6 months, it becomes in the now.
Correct.
So if the opportunity shows up, if whatever is in the later, because it could happen, if whatever you put in the later, the opportunity presents itself in the now, still do it. Don't make an excuse and say, oh, I have it for later, so I'll wait till later. No, the opportunity presents itself in the now. Do it now. And you can do it again later.
You are right. And I mentioned that as well in my book, that sometimes all of a sudden, it's like something hatches and later becomes a now.
Yes, that's nice. I like that. And it's exhilarating, just knowing that an opportunity presents itself. So you take it. Yeah.
That's right.
Awesome.
There's also research that says you're happier if you get to do things more often. So even if it is those little things, like you're saying, just going to a movie by yourself or out to dinner, it's the frequency that actually allows you to have more long-term happiness versus waiting for this one thing. A lot of people have like that letdown feeling, because they've been, they haven't really been having fun, and then they go all out on this one big vacation, and then it's back to reality. So it's like, it allows you to have another layer and to change your mindset about what's fun. And, it's really something that you've never tried before that you want to do.
And we don't want to be like those actors in the movie, Morgan Freeman and what's the other guy's name?
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson, the two best people ever. We don't want to be like them where you're on your deathbed and you realize, oh, I can't do anything and I don't have much time to live, which is what tends to be the catalyst for a number of people to do the things that they always wanted to do. They're on their deathbed. No. Live. Because you just never know. Just live. Every day, live. Do the things you want to do. Do the things you want to do. Work will always be there. It will see you in the morning. It will see you in the night. You just do what it is. And if a friend comes knocking on your door right now and says, hey, let's go out, drop it. Turn off the burner on the stove. Tell your husband, take care of the kids. Go out.
You're my kind of person, Corine.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me.
Yeah, I'm very spontaneous. I'm like, just give me half an hour. I'll get my clothes on. I am just ready. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Call up the grandmom and say, Mom, I need you to take care of the kids for a few hours. Yeah, drop them off. Find a babysitter that's on call and say, hey, I need you to come and take care of the kids. I'll pay you. And you're gone. Yeah.
Well, there you go. You have the solutions.
Because when you come back home, you're such a happier mom. You could deal with anything when you come back home.
That's right. That's right.
The mindset. Wow. I want to hop over. Yeah. What were you saying there, Karen?
No, I completely agree. It's like you just have more pep in your step. You're happier. You smile because you had your fill of fun. And
I just shifted to your website.
Okay.
I see you stop talking. Yeah.
That's okay.
Fun. Nothing has happened.
You have, your turn to have fun, so you can be happy and bring that happiness back home.
Nice. So we have your website here. Is there anything that you're giving away that you want to share with persons?
You know what? I do have PDFs on my website, and I could give you some links to those. If people wanted to find out more, I have a journal coming up. I launched my book in June, but I have a journal coming too, and I give a little bit more information about myself and my journey on KarenCordaway.com/book, and I just spell my last name for people. C as in cat, O-R-D as in dog, A-W-A-Y. So it's Karen with a K, Cordaway.com/book if they want more information. And I provide updates. I put a lot of goofy pictures of things that I do. I let people get more personal insights from me, and I really try to guide them to help them reach their goals. I give free PDFs in my email as well. So
I see the Everyday Bucket List book here, so they can grab a copy.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
So everybody could be happy.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And let me just click here to see what happens when I click Hire Me.
You know what? I do other things. It's funny. I actually book guests on podcasts.
You do?
I do. And
so you need to get guests on my show.
I'll send them your way.
Yay, that would be great. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Nice. So we need to talk after the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is my bucket list is my separate project. Like I said, from all my financial writing that I did, I wanted to share a different message about what people can do.
Nice. This is great. This is great. So you do freelance content marketing, podcast coaching, workshops, and PR coaching, which is great for a lot of startup businesses, yes?
Yes, and I'm even doing a workshop for bucket lists for moms. I actually have one tomorrow, and I'm going to meet with the moms and even just talk about what to do before your child grows up. Because once they're out of like the princess phase or the superheroes, like you think that's going to last forever if they're really like so into something.
Yeah.
And once the phase is over, it's over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the other thing is when you have kids and the kids are grown and they start to move out, you realize there's a vacuum in your life and you're like, what am I going to do now? And then you're putting pressure on the kids to have grandkids. Hell no. No, have a life. Get a life, people. Get
That's
a
right.
life. Get a life. Get a life. And stop begging the kids to have grandkids to
That's
fill that
right.
void. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Karen, this has been an awesome discussion. I had fun. We have our bucket list ready. So Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman has nothing on us. We are going to plan to do that skydiving safely indoors.
That's right.
As a practice now, Karen, as a practice for the
Okay.
big for the big event. Yeah. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, but we'll practice indoors. Okay, indoors.
Sounds good to me.
Yes, and I'm going to go out and date myself in the restaurant and at the movies. I'll tell you all about it.
I want to hear every detail.
Of course, the conversations I had with myself, and so on. I'll tell you all about it. So, Karen, thank you so much. This has been a pleasure. I really love it's a Sunday evening having a nice, girly, conversation with
This
persons
was
like
wonderful.
yourself. Yes, I had
Thank
a
you.
wonderful time. Yes, and there are things that you share that really should resonate with us. Life is short, and we shouldn't wait until something major happens to force us to really live. No matter what's going on, live. Just live every day. Yeah.
Yes, what you said.
Thank you so much, Karen. And I encourage persons to get your book and to connect with you. Connect with her on our website, reach out to her. I think you also have a subscription there for your newsletter so that persons can get access to that and read her blogs. Yes, on
That's right.
KarenCordaway.com. Yes.
So just to be clear, the book is the Everyday Bucket List book.
Mm-hmm. The everyday bucket list. So it's not for a certain time, it's every day. It's every day. Yes. Thank you so much, Karen Cordaway, for being on Between
Thank you.
Times.